Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the different time zones. This is Statistical and Special Inside YouTube channel. We're meeting in lesson number 44, which is about descriptive statistics in Spss. Last week, I uploaded lesson number 44. After having realized that it had some errors, I removed it immediately. So in this lesson, I've been able to rectify the errors in that lesson. So by the end of this lesson, we should be able to define descriptive statistics in all its elements. You should also be able to use it in your research. Descriptive statistics summarizes or display the basic quantitative features of a dataset. They organize new data into meaningful summaries without making prediction. Simply, they describe what the data shows about the specific samples or populations. So there are three important elements of descriptive statistics. The first one is to describe the measure of central tendency. And these measures are very important because they identify the center of the data set. These are the mean, which is the arithmetic average of all the data points calculated by dividing the sum of the values by the number of the values in the set. The median, this is the middle point of a data set when the values are arranged from smallest to the largest. The mode is the value that appears most frequently in your data set. The second element is the measure of variability. So this is about the measure of the spread, how your data is spread around the mean. So this describes how far the data points are spread out from the center and from each other. And this includes the range, which is the difference between the highest and the lowest values in the data set. The variance, it measures the degree to which each value in the data set deviates from the mean. The standard deviation, a widely used measure that tells you how tightly the data points are clustered around the mean. The last element of descriptive statistics is about visual representation. We represent the data in a way that once you look at it, you'll be able to understand the message it wants to pass. Histogram. These are graphs that group continuous data into intervals to show the frequency of different outcomes. The box plot, sometimes called whisker plot, it provides a snapshot of the datasets, range, median, and outliers. And the bar charts or the P charts, these are very effective for comparing categorical. So here we use the bar chart for the categorical data and the histogram for the continuous data is we're going to look at this one. From here, we're going to see how do we carry out or how do we analyze our data in order to have an insight of all those three elements of descriptive statistics. First of all, let us go and look at the data. I have hypothetical data here. These are the data. I just entered it into the Spss. So when you look at the data here, first of all, in the variable view, in the data, we have gender, and the gender is coded as one male and two female. And gender here is what? It is nominal. Uh, then you have education is coded here. You have one secondary level, two undergraduate, and three postgraduate. And this one here is what? It is ordinal. Then you have the job title. The job title will have manager 1, clerical 2, and custodian 3. So the job title, this is nominal. Whereas the beginning salary and the current salary, these are scale data. First of all, before we analyze the data, let us see whether we have missing values. But here it is very clear that we don't have any missing values, but still let us just go and see how to go about that. So you go to analyze, you come to missing value analysis. Then you have the window for the missing value. So the categorical data here, you have to bring gender here, and all the other data, the other measures, take them there, and then you say, okay. Now it is very clear here that you don't have any missing. The missing is 0. So this one here, it will allow you to continue with your data analysis, because when the missingness is more than 5%, then you have to really work out how to fix the missing values as we discussed last time. So this one will allow us to proceed with our analysis. From here, you go to descriptive statistics and then you go to frequency. Let us reset this one. You should understand that frequency is only for categorical. So gender and education and job category. Then you say okay. And now you have the gender. For the gender, you are given information that there were 25 male, 25 female. It gives a percentage of 50-50. The total percentage is 100, and the total observations 50. For education, those who attend secondary level, there were 26. It gives a percentage of 52. And those who attend undergraduate level, there were 15. It gives a percentage of 30. And the postgraduate level, there were 9. It gives a percentage of 18. The total percentage is 100, and the total observation is 50. So for the job category manager, there were 9, percentage of 18, clerical 15, percentage of 30, and custodian there were 26. It gives a percentage of 42, 46, 52. When you add the percentage, you have 100%, and the total observation is 50. So this information are very important, and usually we take this one to the Excel and then so that you can draw better table for that. Usually we don't present the table from the Spss in our work, and we modify the table but with the same information. So for categorical, sorry, for continuous measures, we come to descriptive statistics here. So in the descriptive statistics, you are only dealing with the two measures here, these two measures. And then again, you come to the option. So for me, let me say you look at the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum, and the maximum. Then you say okay, and then you hit this okay here. Then you have your descriptive statistics. So the beginning salary, there were 50 observations, and then the minimum was 345, the maximum was 1,654. The mean is 589.14. The standard deviation is 282.61. For the current salary, the minimum was 400, the maximum was 1,854, and then the mean is 701.82. And usually what we do is that I do prefer that you make another, in this column here, you make mean plus standard deviation, plus or minus standard deviation here. Here you can say mean plus and minus standard deviation, and then you'll have this one 589.14 plus or minus 282.61, like that. So this is usually a very important table that we present at the beginning of your results, and it tells the audience or the person reading your work about the information. And usually if you have information like demographic information and all that, that presented in this table at the beginning of your results. I would like, first of all, with this to come to the conclusions here. In conclusion, describing your data is very important, and the data should be described in a way that it can be self-explanatory, so somebody who looks at the data will be able to understand. And this is very important because it has to be placed at the first, that is the first table in your results, because It has information about all the parameters of your work. With this one, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you very much. And also, I would like to kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel so that when we have new YouTube uploaded, you'll be uh, updated or informed immediately. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.